So don't forget to call us on the numbers flashing on your screen. You can also reach out to us on WhatsApp. Both the numbers are flashing on your screens at the moment. Mahesh M. Ojha of Fensic Securities will be joining us on the fundamental queries, and Vikas Jain of Reliance Securities will be here to answer all your technical questions. So don't forget to call us, and let's head straight to our first query written to us from Dinesh. He hails from Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu, and holds 40 shares of K Fintech at 900 rupees a piece or so. Now, he's written to us saying that the stock has corrected 32% in the last 1 week and also has seen a fall of close to 12% in today's trading session. Vikas, I'd like to come to you on this one. He's asking if you would recommend him to accumulate further at these levels, and if so, what would be the right buying price?
So if you look at the whole capital market ecosystem where the platform-based companies have been in a continuous selling pressure since the last 1.5 month, and those high valuations continues to taper the market, and we have seen huge unwinding. In terms of Cape, in fact, the stock has broken its 200 100-day average recently in today's trade with sharp volumes. So it could witness some further corrective action, but as the stock has witnessed a one continuous fall from the recent highs, so we believe some corrective action of another 5-7% would make it attractive. So anything near to 750 to 770 odd levels, it would accumulate the share and wait for a move near to 910 to 920 over the next 3 to 4 months.
Got it. And is there any other stock that you would recommend in the same space?
So in this space, CDSL looked attractive or protein e-governance technologies, because protein e-governance technologies has a good business setup. That stock has also declined pretty sharply, but with monopoly business and the stock just listed on the NSE, so protein looks attractive at current levels. Maybe the stock could witness an up move near to 1680 to 1730 odd levels over the next 6 to 8 months.
Got it. And now we have another WhatsApp query written to us from Kotti. He hails from Hyderabad, and he's asking if this is a good time to purchase the shares of Ola Electric. Mahesh, what's your view on Ola Electric? It comes from the EV space, and the government has been pushing for green mobility. However, the stock does not seem to hold strength in recent times.
What we are seeing is the numbers of company are not giving so much confidence to investors, but their valuation is there. But we need to see 2 to 3 quarter more for the company's numbers. So I think currently situation is sell on higher, but if your horizon is more than 12 to 18 months, then one investor can look on the same. But still, I think the consolidation range could be between 60 to 75 range could be a consolidation range. So fresh buying, not I'm not suggesting for fresh buying, but if you are holding, then can be hold.
Okay, and are you positive on the EV space or not?
No, not particularly, but EV space will take some more time to digest all the things. So currently, all the market are facing some selling pressure. So loss-making companies and EV particular sector, if we see, then sector will take some more time for profitable. So I think the consolidation could be there. So I'm not particularly positive on current cycle. But still, there is a upside momentum could be in if your horizon is more than 12 months.
Okay, so it's a mixed view on the EV space at the moment. And now we have our first caller of this evening joining us on the phone line. Kumar, hi, you're calling us from Chennai. Kumar, can you hear me? Okay, he's not responding, but I'll take up his query nevertheless. He holds 500 shares of Wellspun Living at 130 rupees a piece. And gentlemen, he's asking for both short and long-term view. Vikas, let's come to you on this one. Kumar is currently sitting on a loss of close to 5,000 rupees. And Wellspun Living has been a choppy share or stock, I'd rather say. What's your view on this particular company? Do you think Kumar will be able to turn his losses into profits anytime soon, or will he have to be patient to do that?
No doubt, in terms of holding it, the holding period should be a higher space, near to anything between 4 to 6 months. So, in a very short term basis, the stock would not see weakness. But as we believe the textile space is looking attractive, and the stock had a strong amount of up move from the lows of 70, 80 to made a high of around 210. And since then, the stock is in a corrective action, but it is near to its 100-week support area. So, we believe it's a good accumulation zone at current levels. But only thing is some price correction has been put through. Some time correction would take the stock to consolidation phase, and then we could witness a fresh up move to 145 to 150, the first immediate target. And if that has been sustained through, then we could witness 165. So we can continue to hold.
Got it, got it. And Mahesh, what's your view on Wellspun Living? As Vikas pointed out, that because the stock is undergoing a correction at the moment and has been going under correction for quite some time, it might be an attractive price to accumulate more shares of the same counter. What's your view on the textile manufacturing space?
Definitely, Wellspun could be accumulated on these levels. If you look on Wellspun, there is a buyback on 220 level earlier. So if you look on if your horizon is more than 12 to 18 months, then we can see up to 200 plus level in Wellspun. But currently, all the sectors are facing some selling pressure. So it still could be consolidated nearby 120 to 135 range. I think a consolidation range once above 135 closing, we may see 155, 160, 170 odd level in near term also. But currently, many factors are triggering in textile sector. So this stock is also facing some selling side pressure. But I think stock has a much more potential for upside. And if your minimum horizon is 6 to 9 months, I think stock could touch 175 odd level in near term also.
Got it. And now we have another caller joining us from Delhi. His name is Gurmeet. Hi, Gurmeet.
Yeah, hello Ji, how are you?
I am good. Hello. Please ask away your question.
Yeah, I have 300 shares of Ambuja Cement, which I bought last month at about 525.
Okay.
So I want to know, should I hold or sell in the medium term, or should I switch to Ambuja Cement, and how is cement sector to invest in this quarter as a whole?
Got it. And do you hold any other shares in the same sector, or is it the only cement company that you're holding shares of?
This is the only cement company I hold.
You're holding shares of. Okay, got it. Vikas, what's your view on Ambuja Cement? Gurmeet holds 300 shares of Ambuja Cement at 525, and the stock has gone as high as close to 705 rupees in the last 52 weeks. Do you think it's a discounted price at which it is currently trading, and what does the future look like?
So the price has been discounted. So if you look at since the last 1.5 month corrective action where we have witnessed a vertical sell-off across sectors and stocks, cement space has been holding pretty well. With the likes of Shree Cement at 52-week high, Ultra Cement only 5-7% away from 52-week high. Ambuja Cement has its own news flow with respect to Sanji Industries merger. So that merger has been also put through. So it's an interesting price point. He would continue to hold on. We believe the stock could test further higher near to 525, 530, its first initial purchase price. And if it is being crossed through, then we could move more further near to 575, 80 over the next 3 to 4 months. So as the second largest player in this cement space, he can continue to hold.
Okay, got it. And Mahesh, what's your view on Ambuja Cement? Do you think it's a good cement player in the cement pack to stay invested in, given how we project that, the government is projecting that consumption could take a fast ride in 2025?
I think the Ambuja cement is available at attractive price. I think a particular stock has much more potential for upside. I think 1 year horizon could be a 625 to 640 range could come in Ambuja cement, but currently stock is facing some more downside pressure. I think 460 to 490 range could be a consolidation, and once above the range, I think some, as Vikas told, that 525, 535 immediate level could become. But if you are holding for a 1 year horizon, I think 625 to 640 minimum level could become in Ambuja cement. Particularly if you think, look at capex and other things, the cement could be a much more potential sector for the for government capex also, for the all the things also. I think one can hold Ambuja cement for the 1 year horizon. 620 to 640 level could come easily.
Got it, got it. Understood. And now, viewers, just a disclaimer, NDTV is a subsidiary of AMG Media Networks, the channel you're currently watching. Now, Vaibhav is joining us on the phone line from Hyderabad. Hi, Vaibhav.
Hi, I have Motilal Oswal shares 1000 at 528.
Okay.
So I can 628. Sorry, I can hold it or sell.
And since when do you hold on to these shares, Vaibhav?
Since 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay. And for how long do you want to hold them?
Maybe 2-3 months.
Okay. So a very short-term view, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Vikas, what's your opinion about Motilal Oswal looking like? Is it a good brokerage stock to invest in for just a couple of months?
It's a good brokerage stock to invest in, no doubt about it, but the stock has faced some amount of selling pressure over the last 1 to 3 months, where we have witnessed a vertical fall. It has made some amount of support near to those 575, 580 levels and witnessing a bounce back. So he can continue to hold on. We believe the stock could move further higher near to 710 to 720 over the next 3 to 4 months. Once it crosses and gives a immediate breakout above the 645, 650 levels, which is the 50-day average. So it can continue to hold a good broken house to own the stock.
Got it, got it. And now we have an international call coming from Netherlands. Pragalp is on the phone line. Hi, Pragalp. Good evening. Can you hear me? Okay, there seems to be. Oh, great. Can we? Are you audible? Am I audible to you? What should we do?
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, good evening. I'm glad that you could join us on the call, Pragal. Please ask away your question.
Yeah, I'm holding 200 shares of Aircon International and buying average. Like I was accumulating it from July 23, and for now I have 200 shares and I'm buying average of 167 rupees.
Okay.
I want a long-term view on this because from last 6-7 months I am seeing that this stock is going down and down. I'm not sure if I should hold it or further, or should I invest the amount, sell the share and invest in some other stock.
Understood. Got it. Got it. Mahesh, what's your view on Aircon International? It's an interesting case because even Praghal mentioned that it hasn't been doing pretty well in the past couple of months. In fact, has seen cuts of close to 40% and more just in the last 6 months. And it comes from a space that is heavily, that has a lot of concentration from the government, yet does not seem to be, giving lucrative returns in the stock market. Why is the case, and when do you think Aircon International could actually turn around and give some profits?
Actually, if you look on Aircon, there is a fundamentally valuation about 225, 240 zone, but numbers which came earlier were not pretty good. So in current market, where numbers are not pretty good, the stock has beaten down. But the stock is a fundamental valuation. I think the stock could come nearby. If your horizon is more than 6 to 9 months, then the stock could, we can see 225 at least level for the Aircon International. Fundamentally, stock is a good. I think stock is a much more valuation, but currently stock number was came but not in line and below expected. So the stock is facing some downside, but I think stock is a good valuation for upside also. And if you look on railway sector, particularly if you look on Aircon, then I think a stock Aircon has a much more valuation compared to others. So I think he can continue hold on Aircon.
Okay, so it's a hold on Aircon, and now we have KK Sharma joining us from Punjab. Hi, KK Sharma.
Hi, ma'am. I want to know, can I buy BPCL or Indian Oil Corporation at the current price, or should I wait?
Okay, and why BPCL and IOC?
They are PSU and good dividend paying company and always doing well in the previous past also.
Okay, fair enough. Vikas, what's your view on BPCL and IOC? Because both these stocks are undergoing some kind of selling pressure. If that's right, let me know. And also, do you think they are good companies to be invested in just the basis that they provide good dividends to their investors?
So they are cyclical stocks. If you look at this stock got peaked out somewhere near to 370, 380 odd levels. And since then, BPCL has witnessed a continuous decline. The same goes with IOC. It got peaked somewhere around 174, 175 and it has declined. So with the dividend yield perspective, the dividend yield would be somewhere around 3.5%, which is a good dividend yield at current levels to suggest through. And BPCL is at an interesting inflection point from where the up move has been started. So the investor can invest at the current levels, but only thing the time frame has to be a larger trend with around 6 to 9 months. On an immediate basis, it would not show any greater strength, but a good point to enter at current levels, so we can invest the same.
Got it, got it. And now we have another caller. Avdesh is joining us on the phone line from Chennai. Hi, Avdesh.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Please ask your question.
Ma'am, I have Mary Assist
Okay.
Healthcare,
Okay.
and I have bought this stock by thinking this is the leader in TPA sector.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I have bought this stock at the price of 670, 50
Okay.
stock. Okay. Ma'am, I have bought by thinking this stock, it may be multi-bagger in future. Okay. Ma'am, may I ask accumulate more or sell now?
Got it, got it. Mahesh, what's your view on Medi Asset Healthcare? Our viewer holds 50 shares at 670 rupees a piece. The stock has been very choppy lately and has fallen as much as to 470. And our viewer also told us on the call that he invested in this company thinking it would turn out to be a multi-bagger. Do you echo that view? Do you agree, or do you have something else in mind?
I think I can't tell about a multi-bagger, but the stock has valuation and potential for upside also. But currently, I'm not suggesting for averaging on these levels because all the stocks in downtrend. I think 420 to 440 range could be again for any averaging for the stocks. But I think stock has a much more valuation and their price is not much more high than we can see some more upside up to 600, 625 level if his horizon is 6 to 9 months. So if he is looking for averaging, then 420 to 440 range could be a good idea for any averaging.
Okay, got it. And now we have Mohan joining us on the phone line from Bangalore. Hi, Mohan.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Please ask away your question, Mohan.
Yeah, I want to know about Mishram Dhatu Nigam Limited.
Okay.
So, it is right time to buy that shares. And if I buy, what will be the future for 1 year?
Okay, and how did you come across Mishra Dhatu Nigam? Did somebody recommend this to you?
No. Recently, I read in the newspaper.
Okay.
So, it is producing super critical alloys for producing of power.
Mm-hmm.
And recently, it got orders from the Bell.
Okay.
And also orders from foreign countries also for super alloys.
Okay.
So, that's why I am interested.
Got it. Vikas, let's take this one to you. Mohan wants to know if this is the right time to enter Mishra Dhatu Nigam. What's your take?
He can enter probably, but he would have to enter into two parts, because if you look at this stock has witnessed a vertical fall from the highs of around 500 odd levels, which it tested in June 2024. And since then, the stock is in a corrective action, but it is poised at the same place from where the rally has been started into those levels. So we will have to invest into two parts, maybe at 260, 262 add at current levels, and if the stock declines further near to 235 to 40, which is a band of the strong monthly band of averages, and so that would be a good opportunity. So we can invest at current, but 50% allocations is to be advised.
Okay. So need to be careful with your investments with regards to Mishra Dhatu. And now we have Venkatesh joining us on the phone line from Chennai. Hi, Venkatesh. Vanakkam.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. This
Good
is Venkatesh.
Please ask your
I'm a big
question.
fan of your channel.
Thank you so much, Venkatesh. That means a lot to us. Please ask your question.
As per Vikas sir advised, 15-20 days back, I have purchased Zomato.
Okay.
Meant to say that I accumulated in the lower price.
Okay.
So I done a good profit at that, and I sold that Zomato.
Okay.
So still I am having around 1,050 shares at the rate of 253 rupees.
Okay,
I wish to
253.
seek the advice that whether should I accumulate more now or should I wait for any downside for Zomato.
Okay, and Venkatesh, can I please cross-check the price at which you hold these shares? Did you say 235 or 253?
253.
253. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Vikas, since this was your recommendation and Venkatesh seems happy with it, would you recommend him to further add 1,000 shares or hold these 1,000 shares? And what's your view on Zomato looking like? Also because, you know, when the markets are so weak and volatile at the moment, Zomato as a stock has not done pretty bad. It was also close to 1% up in trade as well. And it is also foraying into different branches of investment. Like today it launched the AI-powered customer support app called Nugget. And a couple of days back it launched different platforms as well. So what is your view on Zomato looking like, and what should Venkatesh do with this stock?
Yeah, thanks Venkatesh for the compliment. So in case of Zomato, no doubt the stock has made a double bottom near to those 203, 205 levels and witnessed a good rebound. But it has failed to cross the higher band of 220, 32 to 33 odd levels and again witnessed correction. So wait for some 3 to 5% corrective action, accumulate near to those 205, 210. So that would be a good entry point to average if you want to average. But you can continue to remain invested for the balance 1,000 shares which you have. Believe 233 to 35 has been crossed, the stock can move near to a purchase price of 250.
Okay, got it. And now we have Anindya joining us from Chennai as well. Hi Anindya, good evening.
Hi, very good evening.
Yes.
Good evening to all. I'm having query on JBM Auto. It seems approximately at a loss of 40%. So just wanted to understand. I would like to hold it further.
Okay.
So I would like your expert guidance in this.
Okay. And just to reiterate, although I have that information, but you know, for our guests to know your query properly, you hold 50 shares of JBM Auto at 1,006 a piece. Is that right?
Absolutely right.
Okay. And when did you invest in JBM Auto, if I may know?
About a year back.
About a year back. Okay. Mahesh, what's your view on JBM Auto? Anindya is sitting on a loss of close to 20,000 from this particular investment. The stock is currently trading around 588. His buy price was 1,006 rupees. So very close to making a 50% loss on his principal. What do you think about JBM Auto in the future? Can it see a trend reversal anytime soon, or will it take time to recover?
I think a stock could take a time for reversal, but if any downside near 520, 525 level, then he can add more for averaging. I think a stock has a gold, but currently is in downturn, so he can accumulate more on downside level. I think 740 to 750 level could become in near 6 to 9 month horizon. So averaging in lower level could give him a chance of exit. So particularly if your horizon is 6 to 9 months, definitely can hold, and 520 to 525 range could be a good for accumulation further.
Got it. And now we have Revati joining us on the phone line from Chennai. Hi Revati, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Please ask your query.
I have 100 shares of Cupid Limited.
Okay.
Purchased at rupees 71 rupees 50 paise.
Okay.
This is for long term.
Okay.
So I want to know, can I accumulate some more?
Got it. And Revati, when did you invest in these shares?
January. This January.
Last
month.
Okay. And did somebody recommend these to you?
No.
Okay. So did you read anything about the company?
Yeah.
And what did you read?
It was in health sector.
Mm-hmm.
And it was doing a good profit.
Okay. Got it.
With good promoters.
Mm-hmm.
So I purchased it.
Understood. Okay. Vikas, what's your view on Cupid? Revati holds 100 shares at 71 rupees a piece. The current price is around 69, and she also said that the company was making good profits. Do you reckon with that view? And what do you think? Is this a good investment choice?
Yes, she wants to continue hold, she can continue to hold, but if she's looking at to buy something fresh, she should wait for some corrective action. Because what has happened is that since the stock has witnessed two corporate actions, the stock went for a stock split and even a bonus issue. Since then, it is in a continuous fall. So huge amount of liquidity has been entered into the space in terms of liquidity volume wise. So the stock should face some more corrective action. So anything near to 58 to 60 would be a good band to accumulate the shares if she invests.
Okay, got it. And now we have Sanjay joining us on the phone line from Bengaluru. Hi Sanjay, good evening.
Hi ma'am.
Good evening. Please ask your question.
Ma'am, KPIT Technology,
Okay.
600 stock.
Okay.
Average price 1450.
Okay.
3 month back buy, ma'am.
Okay.
3 month consolidation, ma'am. Shell or extra share buy, ma'am.
Okay, got it. Vikas, what's your view on KPIT Technologies? Sanjay holds 600 shares at 1450. The stock is currently trading around 1,310. Has also seen cuts of close to 2%, 2.5% in trade today, and has fallen quite significantly since October levels. October it was trading around 1,700. Now it's around 1,300. What's the reason behind the fall that we're seeing?
So the ER&D tech space has witnessed a good amount of fall, whether it's LTTS, KPIT, or even Tata Technologies, to name a few. So we would not advise to add or current levels, but he can continue to hold what he's been having, because if you look at the stock witnessed some amount of volatility during the result season, but the up move was been pretty short-lived and again started declining. So we believe the stock could retest near the result day lows of near to those 1250, 1260, where it could invest further if he wishes to so. On the higher side, the first band of resistance area is near to 1430, 1450, which is its purchase price.
Got it. And now we have Neeraj joining us on the phone line from Mumbai. Hi Neeraj, good evening. Namaste. Please ask away your question.
Ma'am, I want to accumulate Sharda Corp.
Okay.
The horizon would be 6 months.
Understood.
6 months to 1 year. So I need to know what is the future of this stock, ma'am.
Got it. We will get you the answer from Mahesh. Mahesh, what's your view on Sharda Corp looking like? Neeraj wants to know if this is the right time to enter and the future prospect of the company.
I think if you want to invest in Sharda Crop, and then he should wait further for 480 to 485 or a 480 to 500 zone. If his stock come on that level, then he can invest in 50% there and wait for further any downside. 460, 450. Stock is pretty good, but currently is in downturn trend. So we can see some more downside from these level also. And if you look, if your horizon more than 12 months, we can see 700 plus level in stock also. But currently is in the downturn trend. So I think he should wait further for any downside and then can invest in the stock.
Okay, so wait and not buy at the moment. And viewers, we'll have to slip into a short break, but keep sending in your queries on WhatsApp and call in. We will be right back on Ask Profit. Stay tuned to NDTV Profit.
भाषण सुना उसके बाद मेरा पहला एक्रोनिम निकाला मैंने, वो था RRR, रिस्पॉन्सिबल, रिफॉर्मिस्ट, और मैंने कहा रिवॉल्यूशनरी। हाउ डिड यू अराइव एट दिस नंबर ऑफ 12 लाख रुपीस?
हमें लगता है टैक्स पेयर उस लेवल नंबर से टैक्स भर रहा है, क्या उनको हम कुछ कर सकते हैं?
प्राइवेट सेक्टर कैपेक्स अभी तक वो इन्वेस्ट क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं, जबकि आपका इकोनॉमिक सर्वे ही बताता है कि वो कैश पाइल पे बैठे हुए हैं।
अगर कंजम्पशन बढ़ता है और उसके तहत लगता है कि ग्रेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट का पॉसिबिलिटी है, वो भी अच्छा ट्रिगर हो सकता है।
एआई बहुत तेज़ी से आ रहा है, तो जॉब के चैलेंजेस होंगे, स्किल के चैलेंज पहले से हैं, तो जो ट्रांजिशन पीरियड का स्ट्रगल है, नौकरी मुझे अभी चाहिए।
पूरे साल का एक्सपोजर दिलाने के लिए हम इंटर्नशिप प्रोग्राम ले आए, और इसके साथ साथ इस बजट में भी ट्रेनिंग फॉर एआई, इसके लिए सेंटर्स बनाए हैं।
Tax regime for individual. In fact, there has been discussion on how to sort of reduce the tax rate
I am now happy to announce.
Welcome back, viewers. You're watching Ask Profit only on NDTV Profit, a show where you ask your questions and we answer them through our guests. Today we have Mahesh M. Ojha of Hensick Securities joining us to answer all your fundamental queries, and Vikas Jain of Reliance Securities is here to answer your technical questions. So don't forget to call us on the numbers flashing on your screen. After this very short break, we have Amit joining us on the phone line from Hyderabad. Hi Amit, good evening. Thanks for waiting. Please ask away your question.
Good evening, ma'am, and good evening to the panel. My question is regarding Tanla Platforms. It is into communication, as a service. It is a monopoly. It has a monopoly currently with the OTP business. I want to consolidate more stocks. So is it the right time, because there is a nice fall and my outlook is at least 10 to 15 years?
Okay, that's a very, very long time. Interesting question. Mahesh, what's your view on Tanla Platform? Our viewer said that this is a monopoly in the market that it comes from. It is currently trading around 496, and Amit holds 105 shares at 750 rupees a piece. Although the stock has seen some correction, but Amit seems very positive about this particular company and wants to hold on to these shares for the next 10 to 15 years. What would your recommendation to Amit be on Tanla Platform?
If he want to add here more, then he can add more. I think 1 year horizon could be a stock could touch nearby 800 plus level at least. A stock is a much more potential for upside. I think a stock is trading in low P in a particular sector. I think a much more upside. A stock has a potential up to 1,000 plus level in 1 year horizon, but currently is available on discount level. So he is right, and I think he can hold, and if he want to add further on these level, he can accumulate here also. So particularly hold, and if you want to add, then can add on these levels.
Got it, got it. Positive view on Tanla Platform. So now we have Ram calling us from Hyderabad. Hi Ram, good evening.
Good evening, madam. Good evening, panel experts.
Good evening.
I would like to know about HBL Engineering. I bought it at around 640 rupees.
Okay.
500 shares, but it has fallen down drastically.
And when did you buy this? At 640 a piece?
In the month of November. It went against 750 also.
Okay.
But came down to about.
Got it, got it.
Yeah.
Understood. Vikas, what's your view on HBL Engineering looking like? Ram holds 500 shares of HBL Engineering at 640 rupees a piece. That's his average price. The stock is currently trading around 478. And since the time he bought them in November, the stock has shown a lot of volatility and no clear direction as to where it's heading. Up, down, we can't say. What's your view?
So if you look at, he has just bought near to the peak purchase price of those 640, 750 was the high, but that was been pretty short-lived for 2 days. Since then, the stock has witnessed good amount of corrective action, but it has witnessed a double top. But again, on the downside, anything near to 425, 430, which is a 100-week average. So the retracement from those 750 odd levels would be 61.8% retracement to 425, 430. So we can continue to hold on what he's been holding through, because the risk reward ratio is favorable. If he wants to add more, he can add more near to 425, 430, which is the 100-week average.
Got it. And now we have a WhatsApp query. Vishwas has written to us from Mysuru. He holds 500 shares of Varun Beverages at an average price of 550 rupees, and he is wanting a short-term perspective on this one. Now, the stock has seen cuts of close to 3% today, is trading around 475, and as a result, Vishwas is also sitting on a loss of close to 37,000 rupees. I'll first come to you on this one, Mahesh, because I would want to know what your fundamental perspective on Varun Beverages looks like, because a lot of experts And the major macro market view of the current environment says that consumption could be a story where people could bet their money on, people could invest their capital in. And Varun, beverages is one such stock that hails from that place. Do you think, Vishwas, by entering into this company, has made the right choice? Because mind you, where consumption is being pegged at as a powerful player in the long term, Vishwas has invested in these stocks for a short-term period.
If you look on the Varun Beverages, stock is fundamentally good, and stock has a potential up to 640 to 650 range. Currently, downside stock due to some news from the Reliance front. So, stock is facing some more downside from 535 to 525 level on last few days because of some news, because of Reliance entering in particular news agency and for a segment for a particular advertisement of their beverage. So the stock is down due to that reason, but I think stock has a much more potential for upside. 640 to 650 range could become in 1 year horizon, but currently, if you look on the chart, 450 to 475 band for a consolidation, lower consolidation zone. If any upside above 485 range, and we can see up to 525 to 535 range.
Okay, Mahesh, so I understand that you have mentioned that this stock has the potential to touch 600 levels soon, but how soon? Because Vishwas wants a short-term view. If you could put a number to that and a time period.
I think particularly if your horizon is 3 months, then you can put a stop loss nearby 445 range, and in 3 month horizon we can see upside up to 575 level at least.
Got it. And now we have Nagraj calling us from Bangalore. Hi Nagraj, good evening.
Hi ma'am, good evening ma'am.
Good evening. Please ask away your question, Nagraj.
Ma'am, CDSL stock 500.
Okay.
Average price 1,300. 1 month back buy ma'am.
Okay.
Extra share buy ma'am, or seller ma'am. Seller buy ma'am.
Got it. Vikas, what's your view on CDSL? Nagraj holds 500 shares at 1,300 a piece. That's his average price, and the stock has, given him quite a big amount of loss in just 1 month of investing. What's your view on CDSL looking like? Good, bad, or mixed?
So we can continue to hold, not a price point to sell at this price, because if you look at the stock has witnessed some amount of volatility post the inclusion into the F&O segment from December. So it made a higher top near to 2000 odd levels, and since then it has been a continuous pressure. But we believe the capital market related activities showing stocks to show some amount of traction from current levels. So we can continue to hold. If he wants to add, he should wait for some further correction. If the broader market breaks the 20 to 800 band on the downside, then we could witness some further more correction. So not a good point to average, but he can continue to hold what he's been having.
Okay, got it. And now we have Srinivas joining us from Chennai. Hi Srinivas, good evening. Srinivas, can you hear me? Okay, I think we've lost his audio, but I'll nevertheless take his query. Srinivas had called us to inquire about Pilani Investments. Now, he holds 100 shares of this company at an average price of 4,000 rupees. And although it's close to, it's currently close to his buying price. The stock is trading around 4,080 bucks at the moment, but had seen a 52-week high of close to 8,266. Now, Mahesh, what's your perspective on this company looking like, and will Srinivas be able to make more profits than he is currently sitting on?
Pilani Investment is a holding company. I think he can continue to hold. The stock has a much more potential for upside, but all the market are facing some selling pressure due to this. Also facing some profit booking on these level, but stock has a much more potential for upside. I think 5,500 level could become if any reversal in market and particular stocks. So I think he can continue to hold.
Got it. And now we have a WhatsApp query. Nitin has written to us from Gujarat. He wants to know about JSW Infra as he holds 500 shares of this company at 230 rupees a piece. The stock is at the moment trading around 225 and was down close to 1.5% in trade today. Nitin is also sitting on a loss of 2,500 rupees. The stock has seen some sharp fall since 2nd of January. Vikas, I'd like to know what you're reading about this company from an investment point of view is looking like. Is it a good one to be invested in?
So a good place to enter, no doubt about it, but volatility would be high with respect to the infrastructure related stocks. So the stock is again at the same price from where it started a strong up move in 2022, late 2020, start of 2023. And since then we witnessed made a double top near to those 360, 365 levels. But we believe with the ports and infrastructure status remaining through, the stock should do well. So a good point to enter at current levels. We can continue to hold what has been holding through and even add at current levels.
Got it. And now we have another caller joining us called Gopal from Tamil Nadu. Hi, Gopal.
Hi, ma'am.
What's your query, Gopal?
Ma'am, regarding this Mahindra and Mahindra.
Okay.
So even though there is a good news in the market that all EV vehicles booking has gone up, but even though today the markets has gone down, even the market has gone down.
Yeah.
Why it is happened? That's so.
Okay, and why do you have your eyes on Mahindra and Mahindra? Has somebody suggested this to you?
Yes, ma'am. Based on the NDTV Profit today morning's news that I have seen, based on that I have bought options.
Okay, got it. Cool. Let's take this question to Vikas. Vikas, what's your view on Mahindra and Mahindra looking like? Gopal wants to know why has the stock seen the kind of correction it has seen despite being a strong player?
So the launch was expected pretty few weeks before the date was been announced through, and the stock had a strong run from those 2830, 2850 on the expected date of launch to be successful. So the markets have witnessed a buy in rumors, sell on news type of category. But again, the stock is on a strong wicket. It would continue to hold on. But if he's holding the options, he should swear off in the next 1 or 2 days, because holding an option for more than single-legged options for more than 3 days, it's not advisable. So if he's holding some amount of shares in delivery, he can continue to hold. But if he's holding the option, what is suggested through, he should sell it off or exit over the next 2 days if the price doesn't move up.
Got it. And now we have Kaustubh, who's written to us from Nagpur. He holds 750 shares of Central Bank of India at 54 rupees or so. And he's asking for a 6-month view. So rather short one. Vikas, I'll come to you again for this one. Our viewer is sitting on a loss of close to 6,000 rupees via this investment. Central Bank of India is at present trading around 47 rupees a piece and has been really volatile on the stock market as well. What is the future of Central Bank of India looking like to you from a technical perspective?
So technicals have been pretty weak for the stock, and these are the central bank, bank type of stocks move in the very last leg of the up move. So the markets are in corrective zone. So the up move has to become into the large caps, then mid caps, and then small caps. So I would advise it would exit central bank at current levels and invest into some large PSU banks like Bank of Baroda, Canara Bank, or SBI through, because this stock will take a lot of time in terms of price performance to move higher. So first it should because as we believe that large caps would outperform more compared to mid caps and small caps at current levels.
Got it. And now we have Venkat, who's calling us from Mumbai. Hi, Venkat. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. You're doing a fantastic job. I have a query on Titagarh Rail Systems.
Okay.
I bought 60 shares of Titagarh at around 1,060 rupees around 20th or 21st January this year.
Okay.
And I have a long-term view. I thought this is a great stock with good numbers, except the last quarter, which it did not do well.
Right.
I thought they're virtually having a monopoly in terms of Vande Bharat coach manufacturing and all.
Right.
I just want to know a view for next 2 years. Should I hold? Should I buy more at this level, or just hold, or should I simply exit?
Got it. Mahesh, Venkat holds 60 shares of Titagarh Rail at 1,060 a piece. And as he rightly pointed out, its Q3 numbers did not turn out to be that good. It reported a 16% year-on-year fall in its net profit, and the other segments in its report card also were weak. And after that, the stock has not done pretty well on the stock market as well. In fact, has seen quite a bit of correction. What do you think the future trajectory of the stock would look like from a fundamental perspective? Because fundamentally, it is a good railway stock. However, do you think it will be able to give Venkat the profits that he intends to get from a long-term holding?
Definitely, stock is fundamentally very good. I think stock has a potential up to in 1 year horizon 1,300 to 1,350 range. But currently, all the stocks on particular sector and all the market are facing selling pressure. So this stock is also facing some pressure. But I think if you want to add something here also, then they may add here also something. But if you look on the chart specific, then we may see some more pain up to 740, 750 range. So from there, stock may reverse up to 880, 890 zone in near term. After that, slowly we may see some upside on the stock also. So stock has a much more potential up to 1,300, 1,350 level for in a 1 year horizon. Yes, currently last result was not up to mark, but stock has a potential for upside.
Okay, got it. And now we have Ramesh calling us from Chennai. Hi, Ramesh. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Hope all are doing good.
Yes, and I hope you're doing good too. Please ask your question.
Yeah, actually, I'm just planning to invest in Natco Pharma.
Okay.
I think it's almost like 30% down for in last 1 month. And is it the right time to enter, or do we need to wait for some time? Or is there any band that I can enter, like somewhere in a range that will be helpful?
Okay. Any other company in pharma space or any other company across the board?
The primary that I'm looking for is Natco, and next one is like if it's okay, if not for Natco, then I'm just planning to invest in Piramal Pharma. So
Okay.
Either one of them I'm planning to invest.
Got it. Mahesh, Ramesh wants to know if this is the right time to enter Natco Pharma. Now, a lot of pharma counters have been vulnerable to what's happening globally, especially Trump tariffs being the king reason of it all. Do you think it's the right time to enter Natco or even Piramal?
I think for Natco, he should wait for the stock as a currently facing downside pressure and we are facing some downside pressure. So at least he should wait for a 4 to 5 season. If we see any further downside, we may see up to 800, 820 zone. I think there could be, if he can start some investing on these level. But currently we are seeing some downside pressure and it can be continue further. So from my perspective, he should wait for further at least 4 to 5 season. Either it will come near 800, 820 zone, or either stock will move up to 920 zone. So from both perspective, if come 920 zone, we may see some reversal on charts. So stock can go upside. But from current perspective, I think 800, 820 zone could be a good level for entry in the Natco Pharma. From Piramal Pharma perspective, I think he can add on these level also.
Okay, got it. And now we have Rajesh calling us from Noida. Hi, Rajesh. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Thanks for taking my call.
Most welcome.
My query is about Jio Finance Limited. I have around 12,000 shares.
Okay.
At the price of average price is around 289.
Okay.
And my query is, my horizon is 3 to 6 months. And would we see recovery over here? Is it a good time to average more?
Okay. And since when do you hold on to these shares, Rajesh?
Last 2 months.
Last
2.5 months.
Okay. And for how long do you intend to remain invested in the company?
See, my initial strategy was to make some quick money in a month or two.
Okay.
But I'm okay. I don't want to lose any money over there. So yeah, I'm okay to keep it for another 6 to 9 months kind of a time frame.
Got it. Vikas, Rajesh holds 12,000 shares of Jio Financial Services at 289, and the stock is currently trading around 222. In fact, it has seen deep cuts, making the stock feel really sick since the time It fell from 340 levels back in December 2024. What do you think about the future of Jio Financial Services, given number one, it is a large cap company, two, the volatile scenario of the current volatile scenario of the stock market?
So if you look at Geo Finance, the stock has just listed 2.5 years before. Since then, the stock has witnessed strong amount of upmove from those sub 210, 220 to made a high of around 385, 390. Since then, the stock has been in a corrective phase and back near to those support area of 210 to 220 levels. So we should continue to hold at current levels. No doubt the stock has been included into the junior Nifty basket and most likely it could get included in the Nifty basket. So some amount of ETF based buying would happen once the inclusion happens and through into the Nifty in the recomposition change in the month of March end. So we can continue to hold on. Some amount of announcements have been positive for the stock, but it will take time to recoup to those 285 to 90 levels because multiple band of resistances are at 235 to 250 odd level. So a breakout about 250 would give a strong amount of up move to 290 odd.
Okay, got it. And Mahesh, I'd like to draw a question from what our previous viewer just said. And if you could give me a very quick answer on this one. Do you think it's a good or a prudent idea to invest in the stock market for quick money? Because that was his intention when he was investing in Jio Financial Services. However, given the trajectory of the stock, he changed his mind. But, looking at the current environment of the stock market, the volatility, uncertainty, do you think it's a good idea to invest and enter for making quick money?
No, currently market is in consolidation zone. Once market out of consolidation zone, then we can think for a quick money or something like a sparkle on 10 to 15% upside on stocks. But currently, I am not optimistic for at least 1 to 2 months for quick money. So currently, we should at least hold and wait and watch strategy could be better.
Got it. Thank you for answering that. Now we have Nandi joining us from Assam. Hi Nandi, good evening. Thank you so much for calling Ask Profit.
Actually, my question is regarding the Aitavilla Fashion Relay, Fashion Retail Limited. I bought actually 1,000 share at the average price of 208.
280.
Sorry.
280. Okay.
80. Actually, I bought this share to get the advantage of value unlock due to demerger.
Okay.
So what the panelist view regarding this stock is concerned?
And are you looking for a long time horizon or a short term perspective?
Actually, I bought for at least for the 6 months.
Okay. Vikas, what's your view on Aditya Birla Fashion? Nandi holds 1,000 shares of this company at 180. The stock is currently trading around, 280. He bought them at 280 and the stock is currently trading around 256. Will he be able to make profits out of this investment anytime soon?
Yeah, he should continue to hold on because as he suggested that the view is of 6 months, the consumer space is looking good. The stock had witnessed some amount of upmove near to 295, 300 levels and then again declined over the last few days in terms of broader market movement. The promoters themselves have invested money, some amount of money into 270, 75 levels. So it would continue to hold on. It's a good pedigree stock in terms of the Birla Fashion Retail. So we can continue to hold. Over the next 6 months, the stock will move higher near to 305 to 320.
Okay, got it. And now we have a WhatsApp query written to us from Vignesh. He lives in Chennai and holds 6 shares of Vari Energy at 1,500 rupees. Mahesh, could we get a view of Vari Energy? What's your take on this particular company and the space? Vari Renewable.
I think all the particular sector are facing selling pressure on every level. So I think he can exit on these. At least we can see some more downside. At least I think 700, 720 range could be come. So currently, if you want to hold, then can hold. But I don't think the upside potential for a Vari renew. So any upside 880, 890 could be exit level if we go on to hold and exit on higher level.
Got it. And on that note, Mahesh and Vikas, thank you so much for joining us today and answering all our queries. And we hope to see you soon again. And viewers, tomorrow, February 18th, from 10 a.m. onwards, tune in to NDTV Profit's flagship business event, the NDTV Profit Conclave. This gathering will bring together some of India's most influential corporate and political leaders to discuss the country's roadmap to becoming a developed nation by 2047. With the theme Blueprint for Viksit Bharat at 2047, the conclave will focus on inclusive development, sustainable progress and strong governance with a special emphasis on youth empowerment. Among the key speakers are Union Minister Piyush Goyal, SBI Chairman C.S. Shetty, Mahindra & Mahindra's Anish Shah, Godrej Industries Nadir Godrej, Motilal Oswal Financial Services Ramdev Agarwal and Morgan Stanley's Rhythm Desai. These powerful packed discussions will cover everything from how Indian consumer habits are evolving with quick commerce to how India can become the world's manufacturing hub. Young entrepreneurs and industry disruptors will share insights on what's driving the next wave of growth. Join us for NDTV Profit Conclave 2025, the blueprint for Viksit Bharat 2047. Tune in live only on NDTV Profit.
भाषण सुना उसके बाद मेरा पहला एक्रोनिम निकाला मैंने, वो था RRR, रिस्पॉन्सिबल, रिफॉर्मिस्ट, और मैंने कहा रिवॉल्यूशनरी। हाउ डिड यू अराइव एट दिस नंबर ऑफ 12 लाख रुपीस?
हमें लगता है टैक्स पेयर उस लेवल नंबर से टैक्स भर रहा है, क्या उनको हम कुछ कर सकते हैं?
प्राइवेट सेक्टर कैपेक्स अभी तक वो इन्वेस्ट क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं, जबकि आपका इकोनॉमिक सर्वे ही बताता है कि वो कैश पाइल पे बैठे हुए हैं।
अगर कंजम्पशन बढ़ता है और उसके तहत लगता है कि ग्रेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट का पॉसिबिलिटी है, वो भी अच्छा ट्रिगर हो सकता है।
एआई बहुत तेज़ी से आ रहा है, तो जॉब के चैलेंजेस होंगे, स्किल के चैलेंज पहले से हैं, तो जो ट्रांजिशन पीरियड का स्ट्रगल है, नौकरी मुझे अभी चाहिए।
पूरे साल का एक्सपोजर दिलाने के लिए हम इंटर्नशिप प्रोग्राम ले आए और इसके साथ साथ इस बजट में भी ट्रेनिंग फॉर एआई, इसके लिए सेंटर्स बनाए हैं।
This entire special package and measures are kind of focused on AI skilling and how to sort of facilitate the AI centers which is existing at this point of time.
Now a center of excellence in artificial intelligence for education will be set up with a total outlay of 500 crores.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know your company, powered by NDTV Profits Research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know Your Company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit. Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know Your Company, powered by NDTV Profits Research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers.
Days after the Prime Minister Modi and Donald Trump conclude bilateral talks, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says the government will continue to slash import duties while the Reserve Bank manages the inflationary impact with monetary policy tools. A public interest litigation has been filed before the Supreme Court in light of the stampede at the New Delhi railway station on February the 15th that left at least 18 people dead and hundreds injured. The petition has sought constitution of an expert committee to frame guidelines and measures for crowd management so as to prevent such instances in the future. The Madras High Court orders a CBI probe to find out if there was a nexus between politicians, government officials and private beach sand miners in the massive illegal mining case in Tamil Nadu. The court also ordered investigations by the ED, Income Tax, Customs and Excise and Commercial Tax departments to get to the bottom of the transactions of the private companies caught in the case. Nifty Sensex snap 8-day losing streak to end higher. Sectoral indices end mixed. Pharma bucks the trend with a surge of over 1.2% while media leads the losses. Former Chief Election Commissioner S.Y. Qureshi rejects the claim that a US agency funding was used for raising voter turnout in India when he headed the Election Commission. His reaction comes after the Elon Musk-led US Department of Government Efficiency, also known as DOGE, announced a series of expenditure cuts including $21 million allocated for voter turnout in India. The suspense over Delhi's new Chief Minister continues, with the BJP postponing its legislative party meeting scheduled to be held today. According to party sources, it will now take place on February the 19th and swearing in will take place Feb the 20th. And an earthquake of magnitude 4.0 hits Delhi NCR early this morning, followed by another one 3 hours later of the same magnitude in Siwan, Bihar. And tomorrow, February the 18th, from 10 a.m. onwards, tune into NDTV's Profit's flagship business event, the NDTV Profit Conclave. This gathering will bring together some of India's most influential corporate and political leaders to discuss the country's roadmap to becoming a developed nation by 2047. Good evening. This is Profit 360 on NDTV Profit and I'm Sanjana Chauhan. And for the next half an hour, we'll bring you the latest on markets as well as national and international news. US President Donald Trump's recent announcement of reciprocal tariffs on all US trading partners has sparked widespread concern and uncertainty globally. Now, while most countries are adopting a wait-and-watch approach, today in a press conference, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said India is working hard to actively reduce and rationalize import duties, adding that India is becoming an investor-friendly nation. Let's listen in.
Inflation management covers that, doesn't it? I've answered about the inflation management. And the other question about tariff and reciprocal tariff that US is talking about, India has already for the last 2 years taken several measures which we continue to take. Even this budget shows that there's a lot of rationalization happening in terms of basic customs duty and their application. Safeguard duties or any anti-dumping duties that we levy are also periodically reviewed, and this budget has shown that there is a major step forward in terms of reforming India's customs duty and that regime which governs it. We are building to be an investor-friendly country, and as a result, the duty cuts and the rationalization that has been announced is a continuing process, and we shall keep doing that.
Now, meanwhile, government sources are also telling NDTV Profit that they are waiting for the actual imposition of these reciprocal tariffs by the US on India, adding that high tariffs on other nations actually stand to make India's exports competitive, something that most experts have already been telling NDTV Profit. My colleague Rishabh Bhatnagar joins us with more. Over to you, Rishabh.
So the government continues to stay in wait and watch mode. That is what the news is that is coming in from the corridors of the government so far. What the current sort of outlook is that we will, and the sources did mention that they will wait for the actual circulars to come out to understand what sort of reciprocal tariffs are being levied on a variety of objects. What we're understanding so far is that the impact of this will not be much because there is only so much that India sends, and it's not across sectors. It's not a very diversified exports that we have to the US. We're also seeing that if there are tariff impositions on other countries, that will make Indian exports also more competitive. So that is the government stance, which is a cautiously optimistic one to say currently. And also the bilateral trade agreement, that was the big headline that came out of the meeting between Prime Minister Modi as well as President Trump. Again, the contours of that deal will also be finalized by fall of 2025, and that is because the negotiating team in the US has not been set currently, given that President Trump has just been sworn in as the president. So that is, all of these things are still in wait and watch mode.
And now, asset management company SBI Mutual Fund launched a systematic investment plan aimed at democratizing access to the SIP. Now, an investor can invest as low as 250 rupees per transaction under the Jan Nivesh SIP scheme, which was launched in presence of SEBI chairperson Madhavi Purbi Butch. Now, on the sidelines of the event, my colleague Charu spoke with Vijay Shekhar Sharma, who's the CEO of Paytm, about his views on the launch and what he thinks of it as a revolutionary change in the mutual fund space. Let's listen in.
SBI is the most trusted financial services brand in the country, and the SIP plan done by SBI Mutual Fund of 250 rupees per day allows many such people who earlier would have not been able to do the SIP or an investment plan can come to the financial services system, investment system, wealth build-up system formally. So for me, it is truly a beginning of the scale in financial services. We talk about large number of bank accounts, we talk about large number of payment customers. This should be the beginning of large number of mutual fund customers.
And 2 days after a stampede at the New Delhi railway station claimed 18 lives and left several others injured, a PIL has been filed in the Supreme Court seeking immediate action to prevent such disasters in the future. The PIL has sought a direction to the centre and other authorities for implementation and consideration of a 2014 report of the National Disaster Management Authority on managing crowd at events and venue of mass gathering, which also includes formation of an expert committee. Meanwhile, security has been stepped up at the railway stations as the CRPF and the Delhi police both have been deployed for crowd management. The Northern Railway also announced that platform tickets will not be sold between 4 p.m. and 11 p.m. for the next 1 week at the station to ensure proper crowd management. Over to my colleague Nupur for more details.
Well, the PIL that has been today filed by Advocate Vishal Tiwari in the Supreme Court has said that it is a very sorry state of affairs that a few VIP people are given good treatment and a proper deployment of security and technology intelligence is there for them, but common people are left at the mercy of God. This is the verbatim quote of the PIL, and the PIL has said that has raised the issue of stampedes that have occurred in the past also. It has quoted the Hathras stampede, it has quoted the recent stampede at the Mahakumbh that occurred, and it has also quoted this New Delhi railway station stampede, and it has said that that India lacks a comprehensive policy, a strategy to prevent such cases, such instances of stampede, and it has sought a direction from the Supreme Court to center and state governments to come together and formulate guidelines to prevent stampedes in such situations, to ensure that every person gets equal treatment while they are using the public transport, and certain reliefs are sought in this particular PIL. Today, in fact, one of the lawyers has in fact requested a bench of Justice Abhay Oka to take a suo motu cognizance of this New Delhi Railway stampede. However, the Supreme Court had said that only CGI can take a call on this. But now a PIL has been filed, so the Supreme Court will soon list it, and will hear. Let's see what the Supreme Court has to say.
Now, meanwhile, Zomato has announced the launch of Nugget, an AI tool. This is actually an AI-powered customer support-based platform for businesses across the globe. According to Deepinder Goyal, the CEO of the company, the tool is touted to be able to solve up to 80% of queries autonomously by learning and adapting in real time. And to give us more information on Nugget, I have my colleague Rishabh joining us. Rishabh, tell us what Nugget offers and how can companies make use of it?
We have some latest news coming in from Zomato. What we're hearing is that Zomato has launched Nugget, which is an AI-powered tool which is meant for customer support. This was an internal tool that they were using for group companies across Zomato, Blinkit, as well as Hyperpure. But now Nugget will be available on a subscription basis for other businesses as well. Other businesses that will have customer-facing arms as well. What we're seeing is that this is an AI-based platform. It is highly customizable. It doesn't require any sort of a development team or a coding base. It can easily be operated. So it is a SaaS solution that is coming out of Zomato Labs, which is the in-house incubator that Zomato has opened up. This was a tool that was being worked upon for about 3 years within Zomato, and now it's being opened up to other businesses. So what this indicates is the fact that Zomato is willing to go beyond the food delivery and the dining out space. We've seen that with the launch of District, it is now entering the event space, but now we're seeing towards the tech side, Zomato now moving into SaaS-based offerings and making their platform sort of the go-to platform for anything to do with businesses. So this is one of the first launches that we're seeing as part of this SaaS suite of tools, and we will keep our eyes peeled for more.
That's right, Nugget, the first product of Zomato Labs. And moving on, the Madras High Court today ordered a CBI probe into the massive alleged illegal beach sand mining scam worth 5,832 crore rupees in Tamil Nadu's coastal districts of Tirunelveli, Thoothukudi and Kanyakumari. The court directed the central agency to investigate the role of government officials and stated that political nexus in the matter could not be ruled out. My colleague Sam Daniel has all the details from court.
The Madras High Court has ordered a CBI probe to unravel the nexus between politicians, illegal beach sand miners and government officials. The court has also found the report by the Gagandeep Singh Committee valid in terms of its assessment of the extent of mining of beach sand over the last few decades illegally. Trouble began in 2013 after a whistleblower had moved the Madras High Court seeking a probe into the illegal beach sand mining in the coastal districts of Kanyakumari, Thoothukudi and Tirunelveli, following which the then Chief Minister Jayalalitha had banned beach sand mining in Tamil Nadu and had constituted the Gagandeep Singh Bedi Committee to do on-the-spot investigation and to assess the extent of illegal sand mining and to give a report. On the basis of which another committee formed also had endorsed it, and then an amicus curiae appointed by the Madras High Court too had found that assessment correct, on the basis of which the Tamil Nadu government had recently asked the illegal sand miners to pay a total of 5,850 crore rupees in terms of penalty and in terms of royalty. Today, the Madras High Court has upheld that and directed the Tamil Nadu government to collect this penalty and this royalty amount from these illegal sand miners. It's certainly a shot in the arm for the Tamil Nadu government. Over the last several years, this case has been going on. We'll have to wait and watch what will be the next move by these illegal sand miners. It looks like they may approach the Supreme Court, and this could, in a sense, turn into a long-drawn legal battle. But at the moment, it's certainly a big victory for the Tamil Nadu government in checking this menace of illegal beach sand mining.
Meanwhile, my colleague Sandhya Ravishankar, who first broke the story 12 years ago, now joining us from the newsroom. Sandhya, the High Court implying a collusion, a nexus at play here, but give us a background of the case. What does this actually mean for India?
It's 5,832 crore rupees. That's the value of the rare earth minerals that have been found to be illegally mined and illegally exported by a group of beach sand miners in the southern coast of Tamil Nadu. Now remember, Prime Minister Modi as well as US President Donald Trump have been talking a lot about critical minerals, about rare earth minerals. In fact, supply chains have been, part of the talks between the US President and the Prime Minister. Now, President Donald Trump has also been asking Ukraine to give control over a large chunk of its natural, rare earth mineral reserves. So it's a very, very critical, it's a very, very critical case, because remember, India has the third largest naturally occurring deposits of rare earths in the world, and all of these minerals are mixed into the beach sand of Tamil Nadu, parts of Andhra Pradesh, Odisha as well as Kerala. Now what are these beach sand minerals? What are they used for? They are basically minerals which are critical for semiconductor manufacturing, and they're also used to make heavy precision instruments for heavy industries. Now some of the names of these rare earth minerals are garnet, rutile, zircon, leucoxene and monazite. And monazite, when processed, it yields thorium basically, which is a nuclear fuel, as we already know. And since 2013, we have been doing a series of exposés which show that these minerals have been illegally mined in vast quantities and also being exported out of the country. So yes, it was a high stakes verdict for the court today, and of course the CBI probe has been ordered, and it's also a landmark case which sets a huge precedent for various other cases across the country of illegal mining, and which will also help curb corruption in the sector and also help to preserve our natural resources.
Thanks, Sandhya, for that update. Now, Cellular Operators Association of India, representing private telecom operators, have pushed back against the TRAI's recent regulatory charges against spam calls and messages. Now, the association has said that the amendments that have been introduced by TRAI do not address the root cause of all of these calls and texts, adding that they fail to address key concerns, especially the exclusion of OTT communication service providers like WhatsApp and Telegram. They've also raised concerns over the significant increase in penalties for non-compliance, saying that telemarketers are the true originators and beneficiaries of unsolicited commercial communications and should be held accountable instead. My colleague Varun joins us with further details.
So the industry body representing private telecom players such as Bharti Airtel, Vodafone Idea and Reliance Jio have called out the recently introduced changes to curb the menace of spam calls and SMSs, and have stated that these amendments do not address a host of industry-wide concerns. Now, earlier this month, the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India had brought in amendments to the regulations aimed at curbing the incidence of pesky texts and calls, and the TRAI had said that in case telecom operators fail to implement these regulations, financial disincentives up to ₹10 lakh could be imposed on them. And the industry body has stated that the financial disincentives imposed on the telcos do not serve any purpose and fall short of addressing the core issue of curbing the menace of spam calls and texts. And the body said that if at all such disincentives are to be imposed, they should be imposed on the originators of the text messages and the calls and not on the telcos itself. Moreover, the industry body claims that the amendments fall short in bringing communications conducted on over-the-top communication platforms such as WhatsApp and Telegram under its purview. Now, the operators body further said that the TRAI has not taken into account one of the most important concerns, whereby the telcos were seeking to bring telemarketeers under the licensing regime. This, the industry body said, would have aided the government and the authorities to have legal control over these entities responsible for sending pesky communications. In summary, the telcos have opposed the new financial disincentives that can be imposed on them. They are also not a big fan of the other curbs, as they believe that the amendments do very little to address the actual issue of spam calls and messages in the new age of communication.
And now the Elon Musk-led newly created US Department of Government Efficiency, popularly known as DOGE, has slashed funding for a host of international aids by the USA. But the part of this cut is including of $21 million that have been cancelled for India, which was apparently supposed to be used for strengthening voter turnout in India. The question arises, how is this money being funneled to India? My colleague Sandhya joins us with this report.
This $21 million that has been posted by DOGE, or the Department of Government Efficiency, is just a mere trickle in the ocean of funding that has gone to several of these NGOs. Now, when we tracked the money trail, we have found that $3.7 billion of funding has gone from the US aid to this NGO called the CEPPS. Now, the CEPPS stands for the Consortium for Elections and Political Process Strengthening. Now, the CEPPS, as it is called, is a consortium of 3 NGOs. Basically, the IFES, which is the International Foundation for Electoral Systems, the International Republican Institute, or the IRI, and the National Democratic Institute, which is the NDI. So 3 NGOs have formed a consortium called the CEPPS, and they take funding from US aid and then they spread it to the rest of the world. Now, remember IRI, we had reported earlier that the IRI in a leaked document had submitted to US aid that they were working in Bangladesh ahead of the elections to destabilize the Hasina government. So this very clearly indicates what these NGOs were really up to. Now, IFES, we went through the annual financial statements of IFES, and this NGO has shown a large number of transfers to India for projects in India. But the critical point is that we don't really know where that money has landed up, which accounts it has landed up. It can be either entities like NGOs, or it could be individuals as well, and this is something that we don't know right now. The NDI, the other NGO, it has partnered with another NGO called ANFREL, and ANFREL stands for Asian Network for Free Elections, and this ANFREL has been found to be working with a number of NGOs in India. Now again, how much money was transferred, what kind of a collaboration was it, all of this is something that only a government probe can bring out into the open. So $3.7 billion since 2008, that's the big finding we have today.
Absolutely, a really big finding. And let's listen into what Shashank, the former Foreign Secretary of India, also had to say on the intention of the US and why it wants to involve itself in all major democracies.
Chinese by nature are people who prefer private enterprise, and then it will be very easy to control them. However, the Chinese had learned very much from the Soviet experiment that they should never allow control of their Communist Party to be relaxed. So therefore, now with that experience, they have decided that countries like India or many others which are fast-growing countries should be treated in a slightly different fashion, so that the democracy and development should not lead to a stage where they start forming partnerships with countries like China or the traditional partners like Russia and others, which will be, so we have done that. We have got the Global South support, and we have been encouraging formation of some of the multilateral groupings. So therefore, this has been a cause of concern to the Americans.
And Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has said that it will not take part in talks between Russia and the United States in Saudi Arabia. Zelensky's arrival in the region at the same time as the US and Russia are poised to meet for peace talks in Saudi Arabia had generated wide speculation about whether Ukraine would participate at all. Zelensky added that any peace talks held without Kyiv at the negotiating table would bring no result. At the same time, European leaders are set to hold an emergency working meeting in Paris, and this is to align their position after the Trump administration said Europe would be excluded from talks with Russia to negotiate an end to the war in Ukraine. French President Emmanuel Macron has said that key leaders aim to address the situation in Ukraine and security issues in Europe by bringing together all the partners interested in peace and security in the region. And back home, indices have reversed course and recovered in the last hour of trade to end higher. With this, the market managed to break free of its 8-day losing streak, albeit with minor gains. Pharma sector led the pack with gains of approximately 1.3%. Meanwhile, media, IT and auto dragged the markets lower. And Harsh joins us with a market roundup.
Well, the big question, of course, is that are we starting to see recovery? And from the lows, of course, we saw a bit of a recovery, and it was a healthy one. But really the question is this the recovery we're looking for? Is there a mild recovery? Well, that we'll have to still wait and watch, because that's not visible as of now. Just about 0.1% higher on the Nifty 50. But from the lows of 22,700, 720, we've recovered 250 points. And that's what's really commendable, I think, in today's day of trade. Let's look at the Nifty mid cap and small cap as well, because those had